Why was the Book of Enoch removed from the Bible? The earth-shattering secrets it revealed. Part 1. The Hook and the Promise. Friends, gather close by the flickering candlelight and let us delve into the shadowed archives of faith. For centuries, the canon of Scripture has been regarded as a sealed vault, containing the very words of God, guiding humanity through the ages. Yet, what if I told you there exists a key, a forgotten text, that once unlocked profound mysteries, a book whispered about in hushed tones, then cast into the historical abyss? Why do some ancient traditions venerate it as divine revelation, while others dismiss it as mere apocrypha? Tonight, we embark on a journey to confront a profound paradox: the Book of Enoch. We will unearth its forgotten origins, decipher the earth-shattering secrets it dared to reveal, and ultimately seek to understand the powerful forces that led to its exclusion from the very Bible we hold sacred. Prepare to question what you thought you knew, and to gaze upon the cosmic drama unfolding behind the veil of accepted history. Part 2. The Journey of Deep Discovery. A. The historical and context. Whispers from the ancient world. To truly grasp the enigma of the Book of Enoch, we must first transport ourselves back to the crucible of ancient thought, a period of immense spiritual ferment roughly spanning from the 3rd century BCE to the 1st century CE. This was a time when the Jewish people grappled with foreign domination, the rise of new philosophical ideas, and an intense longing for divine intervention. It was in this rich soil that apocalyptic literature bloomed, texts that sought to reveal God's ultimate plan for history, often through vivid imagery, angelic encounters, and prophetic visions. Enoch himself is a figure briefly mentioned in Genesis 5:24, where it states, "Enoch walked with God, then he was no more, because God took him away." This tantalizingly brief account sparked the imagination of ancient writers, who saw in Enoch a unique individual, privy to divine secrets, a man who transcended the ordinary bounds of mortality. The Book of Enoch, or more accurately, the collection of texts known as 1 Enoch, purports to be the eyewitness account of this very patriarch, sharing his celestial journeys and the revelations he received. It circulated widely among various Jewish sects, particularly influencing the Essenes, whose Qumran community responsible for the Dead Sea Scrolls possessed numerous copies. Its influence even permeated early Christian communities, as evidenced by its direct quotation in the New Testament book of Jude, Jude 1:14, 1:5, and numerous allusions in other apostolic writings. It was not a fringe text, it was a foundational piece of the spiritual landscape for centuries. B. Decoding the ancient text, the earth-shattering secrets revealed. What then are these earth-shattering secrets that the Book of Enoch unveils? Its pages offer a cosmology far more intricate than what is typically found in canonical scripture, delving into the very mechanics of evil's origins and the unseen forces at play in the universe. Perhaps the most prominent and controversial revelation is the detailed account of the Watchers, a group of angels who descended to earth. Genesis 6:1-4 offers a cryptic passage. When human beings began to increase in number on the earth, and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days and also afterward, when the sons of God went to the daughters of humans and had children by them. The Book of Enoch dramatically expands upon this brief mention. It names the leaders of these watchers, notably Azazel and Simjaza, and describes how they swore an oath to transgress against divine law. They lusted after human women, took them as wives, and taught humanity forbidden knowledge, metallurgy, cosmetics, sorcery, astrology, and warfare. This angelic transgression, according to Enoch, was the primary source of all evil, violence, and corruption on earth, leading directly to the need for the Great Flood. It suggests a cosmic rebellion that profoundly impacted the human condition, shifting the blame for early human depravity from solely human choice to a powerful, supernatural corruption. Furthermore, Enoch reveals the monstrous offspring born of these unions, The Nephilim, described as giants whose hunger consumed all human sustenance, leading them to turn upon humanity itself. Upon their deaths, their spirits, known as demons, continued to plague the earth, forever tempting and tormenting humankind. The book also details Enoch's celestial journeys, guided by angels through various heavens and cosmic realms. He witnesses the secrets of the sun, moon, and stars, gaining a profound understanding of the divine order of the universe. He sees the places of judgment for both righteous and wicked souls, and he receives vivid prophecies concerning the coming Messiah, the final judgment, and the establishment of God's kingdom. The Book of Parables within Enoch even introduces the concept of the Son of Man, a messianic figure endowed with pre-existence, divine judgment, and ultimate authority, a concept strikingly similar to later descriptions of Jesus in the New Testament. C. The hidden theological meaning, a deeper understanding of evil and redemption. The theological implications of Enoch are profound. It offers a sophisticated framework for understanding the origins of evil that goes beyond the simple narrative of Adam and Eve's fall. By introducing the angelic rebellion and the subsequent corruption of humanity through the Watchers, Enoch provides an external, supernatural explanation for the pervasive presence of sin and suffering in the world. This framework suggests that humanity is caught in a cosmic battle, influenced by fallen spiritual forces. Moreover, Enoch's emphasis on judgment and righteousness provides a strong moral compass. It reiterates the consequences of rebellion against God's law, both for angels and for humans, and foreshadows a meticulous divine accounting for all deeds. The visions of heaven and hell, and the detailed descriptions of judgment, served as a powerful deterrent against sin and an encouragement for righteous living in a world perceived to be increasingly corrupt. The concept of a pre-existent, divine Son of Man as the ultimate judge and redeemer also offered a unique lens through which to view salvation history, influencing the messianic expectations of the era. It paints a picture of a God who is not only creator, but also a meticulous judge and a sovereign orchestrator of cosmic justice. D. The controversies and theories. Why was it cast out? Given its widespread influence and the profound nature of its revelations, the question remains, why was the Book of Enoch eventually removed from the biblical canon by most Christian and Jewish traditions? There isn't a single, universally accepted answer, but rather a confluence of historical, theological, and political factors. For Jewish communities, particularly after the destruction of the Second Temple in 70 CE and the rise of Rabbinic Judaism, there was a concerted effort to define and consolidate the Hebrew canon. Texts like Enoch, with their strong apocalyptic themes, extensive angelology, and unique cosmology, began to be viewed with suspicion. Its ideas, particularly regarding the Watchers and Nephilim, diverged significantly from the developing emphasis on the Torah and the prophets. Furthermore, the burgeoning Christian movement's adoption and veneration of Enoch may have inadvertently contributed to its rejection by Jewish authorities, as they sought to distinguish their faith from this new sect. In the early Christian church, while Enoch was initially embraced and even quoted, its status began to wane. Some church fathers, like Tertullian, defended its authenticity, viewing it as divinely inspired. However, others, such as Augustine and Jerome, expressed reservations. Concerns arose regarding its apocryphal nature, its fantastic narratives, and the potential for doctrinal deviation, particularly concerning the nature of angels and the precise origins of evil. Its teachings, while influential, were not seen as entirely consistent with all emerging Christian doctrines. The councils that ultimately formalized the Christian biblical canon, such as the Council of Laodicea in the 4th century and the Council of Hippo and Carthage in the early 5th century, gradually excluded Enoch. They prioritized texts that were universally accepted, had clear apostolic authority, and were deemed to be in harmony with the growing body of Christian theology. It became a question of orthodoxy, the desire for a unified, standardized scripture. Yet, it is crucial to note that the Book of Enoch was not entirely lost. The Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church, a vibrant ancient Christian tradition, has always maintained the Book of Enoch within its biblical canon, testifying to its enduring spiritual significance for millions. This fact alone underscores the complexity and subjective nature of canonical decisions. Part 3. The Eternal Echo. So, we return from our journey through ancient texts and shadowed histories. The Book of Enoch, once a widely read and influential work, stands as a testament to the dynamic and often contentious process by which Scripture was formed. Was it removed due to dangerous truths, or simply deemed non-canonical due to evolving theological perspectives and the desire for a unified faith? Perhaps the true secret Enoch reveals is not merely about fallen angels or giant offspring, but about the very nature of human inquiry, our unending quest to understand evil, judgment, and the divine plan. It reminds us that the story of faith is far richer and more complex than any single compilation of texts can fully encompass. It leaves us with a profound question. What other truths, what other echoes of the divine might still reside in the forgotten corners of history, waiting for those with the courage to seek them out, guided by the humble light of curiosity and contemplation? The scriptures we hold dear are but one chapter in an infinitely unfolding narrative, and the whispers of Enoch continue to invite us into a deeper, more expansive understanding of the cosmos and our place within it. Why was the Book of Enoch removed